Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of Crave Infotech, I welcome you all for this webinar on digitalization in HR, particularly investment declaration and proof submission application by Crave Infotech. So, for today's webinar, I'm Murlidhar Remne from business side. Will be moderating this webinar, and along with me, we have our subject matter expert and product owner, Mr. Nilesh Costa, who will be briefing about the application and then demo of the application. So before I hand over it to Nilesh, I wanted to take you quickly through about our organization, who we are, what we do. Just briefing few minutes, couple of minutes about the organization. We are Crave Infotech, 13 years old software organization, operational from 2007. Have headquarter in New Jersey and physical presence in USA, India, Brazil, and Africa. And from these all operational bases, we are serving to our customers globally and have large customer base in North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. We, along with our own digital transformation offerings and solutions to market, we are also having partnership with three principals. SAP, SAP with SAP, we are associated right from our day one, and we are having all three kind of partnership with them: sale, build, and service. And along with that, we are also partnered with Zebra, which is a premium mobile computing devices manufacturing organization worldwide, and we are ISV as well as reseller partner with Zebra. So we are also partner of Here Technology, who is geo enablement solution provider, and again here the partnership is ISV as well as reseller. So what we do, in fact, our passion is digital transformation. We provide services in SAP Intelligent Enterprise, SAP Cloud Platform, Crave. We have our own pre-packaged solutions, and I'm coming to that in detail. And Zebra mobile computing and geo enablement from here that I discussed with you. So right hand side, if you look at, these are our focus areas: warehouse management. We have various applications in warehouse management for manufacturing, engineering, and various industries. We also have detailed portfolio in enterprise asset management, especially for life science or pharma, then chemical, petroleum, utility, all those industries. Then field service and supply chain. This is again one of our focused areas. AI, RPA, we are providing all services over there. And along with that, we have our own prepackaged solutions. So these are the services. Again, I was briefing Fiori custom development. We do a lot of development in Fiori application. We have dynamic modular through which we provide the platform and do this development for the organizations. Then we also work in SAP Cloud Platform enablement for the organizations, SMP to SCP, SAP mobile platform to SAP cloud platform drives are happening at marketplace, and we are working predominantly there with organizations. And along with that, mobile application development in native as well as hybrid platforms and SAP services implementation and support. So these are our services in brief. This is the complete portfolio. These are pre-packaged applications. You will see this through this chain diagram. We are touching almost every functionality of the organizations, and all these applications are available on SAP App Center. So if you look at left hand side, enterprise asset management, the complete portfolio in maintenance, breakdown, preventive, calibration, field service manager, then flexible scheduling, planning workbench. All these are the functionalities in enterprise asset management. In supply chain, we are having solution in complete warehouse management with inbound, outbound, cycle count. Then direct store delivery, it is again the complete application, especially useful in current pandemic situation when the people want to be digital for serving the customer. Vendor portal, this is again complete automation of vendor side activity. We also have order. If you look at customer side automation, is C order, in which sales order automation we are doing through field sales activity. Then customer portal, wherein customer can see the catalog, place the orders, check the deliveries. Along with that, we have certain applications for management dashboards, especially in KPIs or analytics. And we also are providing the dashboards for project monitoring and change control management. Then multiple approval applications we have for various approval processes throughout the organization, whether it is PR, PO, invoice, or sales order, or work orders, time sheets, leaves, all kind of approvals we are providing through mobile application. And in human capital management, in HR, we have certain applications including employee performance, and the other modules we are covering, like recruitment, um, uh, uh, time confirmation, scheduling, everything. So these are some of the major clienteles we have across industry. We are working with life science, pharmaceutical, um, utility, chemicals, then engineering, as well as other manufacturing organizations. So coming to today's topic, digitalization in HR. Here, interestingly, I have just given one, shared one data from Gartner. In current pandemic situation, when every organization is pushing the best possible way how they can do the digitalization in various functionalities across the organization, HR is one of the important functionality department of every organization, and all every CEO and employees expect HR to become more digital. But interestingly, what Gartner observes is 80% don't have the right digital technology they need to do their jobs, despite of focus in digital workplace. And so it means there are a lot of manual processes and manual operations, and so they are facing lot many challenges during day to day operations. So it's a time consuming processes with lots of paper documentation activity. So normally in HR, if you find onboarding or KPI settings, performance evaluation, these are the major functionalities, right? IT declaration, employee engagement, and it becomes rather more complex for multiple hierarchy levels when it is a entire manual activity. So lengthy time to tally the metrics or validations or resubmissions of the documents for various aspects. These are some of the major challenges every organization is facing today. So employee cannot access the various aspects while working via mobile, because everybody wants things on mobile today. And another challenge is seamless integration. Even though you have automation, it is not integrated with backend ERP. So it means a duplication of the data, or and it is consuming a lot of time. So what are the solutions? These are the key aspects in HR, which normally today everybody is pushing for: digitalization, job design and job analysis, employee hiring and selection process, employee training and development. This L&D is one of the area which every organization today want to do complete automation over there. Then compensation and benefits, IT declaration and document submission. This is the application today we are going to see the demo from Crave Infotech. Employee performance management and employee engagement. So these are the areas which easily actually possible to digitalize, and organizations are focusing towards that. So today we will be demonstrating this application. The key features of this application, if you see, this is as the name says, it is IT declaration solution and submission of the documentation. So it has a complete automation of employee IT investment declaration and submission process. And in this process, normally the documents are uploaded by the employees. Then the verification and approval workflows are there. Whenever there is any rejection of the document or need of resubmission of the document, ease of rectification and resubmission options are available. We have also provided tax calculator as per the current IT provisions. In fact, this helps employees. It is convenient to employees to understand the scope of investments. They can understand what are their tax liabilities, and they can plan their investments accordingly and submit the documents. So seamless integration with backend ERP, whether you have SAP or Oracle, it also provides seamless, easy integration with your backend ERP. And some other important features like alerts, notifications, or reports and dashboards, user-friendly UI, of course, and minimum entry points. We have given wherever possible the drop-down facility is given, and more importantly, it also gives you web and mobile option. So this is all about the application. With this, I request Nilesh to take over. Nilesh will brief about the application, the process flow, architecture, and then he will take you through the application demo. Over to you, Nilesh.
Thank you very much, Murli. So today we are going to discuss about the this application called investment declaration and the document submission process. So basically, this application has three user roles. One is the employee, another one is the approval, and third one is the admin role. The application is completely configurable, means each and every page you can get it configured as per your requirement. So basically, there are two roles, two workflows, and three user roles. First workflow is the employee. So once an employee login, so there are two options available. One is the previous declaration, means the declaration summary, or the new declaration. Means these two options provide whether the employee wants to check their previous declaration or he wanted to submit a new declaration. So if he goes for the previous declaration, he can just choose their financial year, choose the any section which he wanted to check the declaration, and he can check that particular declaration. This is the very simple workflow. Another workflow what we have is for the new declaration. So if he chooses the slide for new declaration, he has to sign off the term and conditions. So whatever the terms and conditions and company wants to put in here, they can put. Each and every employee has to agree with those terms and conditions. Next page will be open for the selection, what section he wanted to submit the proofs, like there's an HRA or the investment against the rented properties and everything. There's a lot of sections we will see in the application demo. Then he will fill all the mandatory fields, and if the attachment is required, he will attach any attachment or proof he can save, and it will be go for the approval workflow. So this is employee role workflow. The next will be come as the yes. Next one is the approval role. So once any employee submitted their declaration, it will go for approval. There will be separate user IDs for approval role. Okay, so once they will log in with their approval role, and so there will be search by date or department. There are multiple options provided, and those screens are also completely configurable as per your requirement. So that can be configurable. First will be like search by department, and then there will be two options. Either you want it, there will be means, so once you select an employee with the any month, there will be couple of search criteria. Once you select everything, there will be list will be coming for all the pending approvals. So you can either select them, you can select them, and you either you can approve them or disapprove them. So if you approve them, it will be directly posted into your final database. Here in that case, it is SAP, but it can be also be integrated with Oracle or any other database. So it will be directly posted to there. And if you disapprove it, means reject it, then you have to enter what is the reason why you are disapproving it, and you can reject it. Then it will again roll back to the employee. Then he has to make that particular correction, whatever the reason we have mentioned as an approver you have mentioned, and it will go up back to employee, and he has to resubmit that particular section. So this is the approval role. And we have another have admin role, but that doesn't require any approval. does not has any workflow. That is a completely configurable section which we will see at the time of application demonstration. Next, we will discuss about the solution architecture. So how we have designed this application is we are, since there's a very sensitive information for each an employee coming, like their salary information, their PAN card information, there are other tax declaration information. So there is a lot of sensitive information related to an employee. So we are touching the direct database anywhere. So what we have done here, this is our main database, which is in this case, this is SAP, which can be anything, means whatever your organization using, that can be changed. It's either can be Oracle or anything. So what we are using whenever an employee is getting login using their mobile application or web application. So first the command is going to staging database where all the information related to an employee, like their employee ID or their email IDs or their basic information, which we need to display on the employee login, that is stored into staging database. So application is directly connecting only to staging database. It is nowhere getting connected to the main database. So we have kept this way to make ensuring the data security. And yeah, we are whenever so any employee is login into application, the command is sending to the staging database. From there, it is fetching all the employee details. And when the employee is coming, it will fill all the required information. It is submit. It is submit, and again it will be posting into staging database only. And once approval will approve that, then only it will go to the final destination, whatever the final database organization using, it will getting posted there only. So until and unless the declaration is not getting approved, it will not touch the main database. So this is the architecture what we have designed for the solution. And as you can see, we are using OData services in order to communicate from mobile to staging database or the ACP as well. This is completely OData services we have made. But we can also get it work with the .NET services or any other services which will be feasible. Next, we will see the application demo. So right now I will be showing you the web application. So this which can be accessed through the any URL. So which I have already has been here. This is how the login screen will look like for the application. So when you can log in, any organization will have three different IDs. One is the employee, another one is the approver, and the last one is for the admin. So first of all, I'm logging with the admin login. So this is one of the our test employee ID. I will enter the password and click on login. Yeah, so this is how the first page landing page of the application will come for an employee. So here there's a whatever the terms and condition you want to dictate while declaring the income tax, you can put it here. That tax part is completely configurable. So whatever tax you wanted to put it here, you can choose. As an admin, you can also change this tax. So once an employee agree the terms and he clicks on OK, this the first page will come. So basically, here will be three tiles. One is new declaration, and then the declaration summary. Also, we can call as a previous declaration or actual submission. So actual submission is a tile which can be controlled by the admin. Let's say all for a financial year, an employee is allowed to submit their declaration until the December for that particular financial year, and from January he has to submit the actual only. So the actual tab will not be visible until the first January of that financial year. Only two tabs will be visible as a new declaration and a declaration summary. So this can be configurable through admin panel. So once an employee wanted to declare some of the investment, he will select a new declaration. Yeah, we will go to new declaration on the top. Here you can see the current financial year and the employee details who has logged in currently in the application. So there are various sections are available which are allowed to submit a declaration. So there are multiple sections are there. Some of them are allowed only for declaration, and most of them are directly for actual. So these sections are also configurable from the admin role. If you wanted to add some more sections here, you can add some more section. If you wanted to allow your employees to submit a declaration for rest of the section as well, they can you can get it done by the admin control. So if you select any section, so all the details will come here, like from HRA, there's are multiple fields are there. So as you have seen, as soon as I change the date there, so it will now allow to submit a declaration. So since the third of that particular month date was set, so every month after from third, employee cannot submit a declaration. But now since I've moved the date to 12, now it is allowing to submit a declaration. So you can select the city category. If you divided it into two categories, metro and non-metro, you can select here and rent amount. Anything if it is less than 9,999, it will ask you PAN card number mandatory. If it is less than that, it will not ask you. Let's say if I'm submitting as a 10,000 and the landlord name, anything, PAN card number, we have to put it here, and landlord city, it can be anything. Then these fields are not mandatory. If it is required, you can have it filled. If it is not required for your organization, you can keep them empty. Also, we have another functionality here for copy. Let's say, of course, you are submitting for another month. You can just click on copy and it will automatically copy here. So you can do here. But here the attachment is also mandatory. For attachment is also already means only allowed in the actual. So for submitting the actuals, means submitting this particular record, you have to submit the attachment. You have to put one proof as well. So this that can be done from the actual submission. As you can see, there's a lot of section which are not allowed in declaration. So you can change as per your requirement. So if I go there, submit everything, and I select any attachment. Right now, we have allowed attachment only in PDF. But if you wanted to make it change, you wanted to allow in the JPEG or any other picture format, that can also be done. You will click on save, and then you can submit this particular record. Okay, I have to select a month. So whatever the month you're submitting, you have to select that as well. And once you submit the actuals, there won't be any changes will be allowed. So this is how we have designed, but if you want to change that, that can also be changed. So that record has been submitted automatically. So similarly, there is other section in declaration. Okay, so whatever the declaration value you will submit, that will be automatically copied. Like say, we have the 4 different sections here. So whatever the section you will submit here, that will be automatically copied into actuals. When in January the actual window will open, it will automatically be copied there. So there are other section like income from other source. There are multiple fields there, and there are, let's say there's already a record has been here. So if you have already submitted this, this will not allow unless it is getting rejected by the approval. Okay, so this is one field, and then income from house property, then income from source other than salary. There are the multiple fields are there, business profits and everything. So all these fields can be submitted. Attachment can be as a proof can be attached against this particular investment, and it can be submitted. So these are all other sections, and then there's a this many section we have covered as part of this application. But is there, if you wanted to add any other section here, so we can also add there. So there are HRA exemption, LTA, income from other source, ATC deduction, 80DD deduction for handicap dependent, 80DDB deduction for medical treatment, 80CCD 1B, this is deduction for NPS, this national pension scheme is there, 80E deduction for education loan, 80EE for deduction for home loan, 80U deduction for self disability, 80D deduction for medical insurance. But if your organization is allowing for any other section which comes under the income tax deduction, you can add it here. This can be configurable again. So these many section as part of the employee can submit and he can get it done. So this is what the employee's workflow or employee role looks like. Now we'll go move ahead for the approval role. So I will log out from the employee and log in with the approval role. Okay, so this is the approval role. Once you go inside the tile, so these are the search criteria which has been provided at this moment. You can select from which date to which date you wanted to um, criteria you wanted to define, and then section. If you wanted to select a particular section, you can have it here. Status, you wanted to see the pending or approved or rejected, whatever you wanted to see, you can see here. And if you wanted to select any employee code, you can also select type or select here an employee code.
Yes.
So I think there's nothing pending from this for this user. So no data.
Select HR in English.
HRA, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think in
And
HRA is
please
also
change the date, start date. Please change the start date. Select
starting.
2nd of November.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a one record which is came as this is required to approve. So you can go here, you can dial, okay. So by clicking on that particular record, you can also go there and can see all the details which that particular employee has submitted. And then you can select that particular, yeah, so you can select this and you can either approve or reject. So once you approved it, are you sure you want to approve? It will ask for a confirmation as this. Click in OK, it will get approved. Okay, so this record is already approved. So yeah, this is the basic flow for the approval role. So you can select by either for selection for each section for the status, whether you want it to pending, approved or rejected, and you can also search by a particular employee. So this is how the approval workflow works. Now the final workflow will go for the admin. Yeah, so here in admin, you will see all the details of the admin and the admin tile. Here you can see the person who is logged in now. Here's the all the system configuration related admin controls for that. So there's a declaration monthly date. So until what time for a particular month you want your employee to submit the declaration, you can choose from here. Okay, let's say I have select here 12th November. So before 12th November, an employee can submit the declaration. After 12th November, he cannot submit the declaration. Then he has to wait until the next month. So this is one, and this is the declaration yearly date. Means it will come as until what time an employee for a particular financial year, an employee is allowed to submit their declaration, and whatever date you will set after that particular date, employee won't be allowed to submit their declaration. Then he has to directly submit the actuals. This is how it can be configured. Then actual yearly date, it can be set as like since when you want your employees to start submitting their actuals. And then the relationships. So let's say there's a few section where you have to define the dependent, like for education loan and for education loan deduction, and there's other deduction where we have to define the relationship. So you can have the relationship section from here. So you can choose all the relationship which need to be which you wanted to allow. I think section. So here you have to select any section. Let's say you wanted to have for 80DD deduction. So you will select your 80DD. Then what kind of relationship you wanted to allow. You can select those relationship and that can be done from here. In a limit amount. The limit amount again, you have to select any section. Let's say for HRA Or you see, let's say for LTA assumptions, LTA deduction. So the limit is the 1 lakh 50,000 is the limit. So you will select here the 1 lakh 50,000 as a limit. So employee can submit only up to 1 lakh 50,000. So here you can define all the limits. And this is related to notes. So for any section, okay, if you wanted to have any notes, any help notes, you can update or you can create any notes from this section. And the terms and condition part, if whatever the text you wanted to change, it can be changed from here. Let's say this is the text we have here. You wanted to add an additional line, or if you wanted to add in here, there all the options are available here. You can select or you can delete, update, everything can be done here. And there's another functionality here is actual assumption. So let's say there is an employee, you have allowed actual to be submitted from the a financial year from the January only. But some employees, any employees is leaving the organization before the January. Let's say is leaving in November. So you can have that particular employee allowed the actuals to be submitted in November only. So you have to write the enter the employee code there, and then you there will be an option will be coming where you can allow that particular employee to submit their actuals. Yeah, so this is the Gita D is the employees, exemptions is already yes. And if you can remove the exemptions, then it won't come as it won't be allowed until before the January. So this is what the admin role look like. This is the basic three user roles which we have configured with the application and the two workflows. So this is all about the application. Melissa, over to you.
Thank you, Nilesh. So, Swarup, I think, is there any question from the attendees?
Okay, if anyone has any question, please write that in Q&A. Before that, I am just starting one quick poll. Please answer to that poll. The poll is in front of you. You can vote now.
So this will help us to understand more if you are planning any digitalization activity in your HR process. So request all of you to poll.
Okay. If you have any question, you can type in Q&A or you can just raise your hand.
So I think there is no question.
We
Yeah.
will share
Okay.
a recording to this webinar to everyone. If you have any question, you can always write us at contact@craveinfotech.com. Thank you for attending this webinar. Have a wonderful day ahead.